Hi everyone, my name is Ray, or some of you might know me as Tiki with Ray. I'm in my Tiki bedroom. I like to call it Tiki with Ray's Tiki Hideaway. And it's been a while since I've had anyone in my bedroom, but my first guest back in a long, long time is my good buddy Justin.
How's it going, everyone?
And Justin is the man behind Golden Era Tropicals.
That's right, Golden Era Tropicals.
And Justin has a gift for me, which I'll open up here in a little bit. And I haven't seen it yet. It's still in the box, but it's a tiki mug.
Well packaged.
And it's funny because it's like he even like put the address on. And I'm like...
Zoom in, everyone. You get his address.
And I'm like, yeah, right. It's like anyone's going to care. And you were going to ship it out to me. That's and great. I said to him, I'm like, well, why don't you just come down? And like, well, let's film an episode about it. So, Justin, originally, when I first met you, you were working at the Dilla Room.
That's right.
It was kind of a cool situation because you were able to kind of do what you want for a while. You had your own menu. Yep. You were making tiki drinks. You've moved on from there.
That's right.
And more recently, you've been kind of doing a couple other gigs. So what are some of those gigs?
So I've been at Bathtub Gin since the summer, this past summer, and that's every Friday night, 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. till close. It's actually a preferred method of bartending for me. It's myself, a server, and a door guy, essentially. It's
can you explain what Bathtub Gin is? It's in Belltown in Seattle.
Bathtub Gin, it's a bar. It's been there for 15 years in Belltown, and it's owned by a great lady, Jess, who has owned a few other bars in Belltown. Sit and Spin, Lava Lounge. I think she currently owns the Cottontail Club and Luca's. There's another spot probably I'm forgetting right now.
No, wait, she used to own Sit and Spin.
Yeah.
Do you remember that place?
I had just moved here. This is like a while ago, and I do remember Lava Lounge as well. And I went in for the.
She owned the Lava Lounge.
She did.
That was like the only tiki bar.
Well, tiki bar, yeah.
Seattle.
It's a tropical theme, if anything. But she's great.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that she had owned those places when I went in for my interview. And Bathtub Gin has a fantastic reputation. I've been sending people there for years, and I'd never been there myself.
Yeah.
And she runs that the way that I really prefer, which is, the kind of like hands off, and I know you know what you're doing, and here's a server, there's a door guy, go make some money.
Is it a speakeasy?
I hate using that term.
Yeah.
People consider it to be. I mean, what is a speakeasy anymore? I almost feel it's almost like a trend in cocktail bars like 10, 15 years ago. But it's a hidden bar. It's an alleyway. I believe it's in between First and Second. I forget the cross street. Blanchard, I think.
A hidden tiki bar. A hidden bar.
Yeah, you would essentially go through the alleyway,
then
and
there's
is it a speakeasy?
It's
a fucking bar.
If it's a bar that's hidden, it's probably a speakeasy.
That's considered a speakeasy. But there's no like real theme or anything. It's. You know what I mean?
What is the thing?
When you think fucking speakeasy, you think, there's a fucking guy with the arm garters, and he's going to fucking, whip you up something special. And there's whole fucking things.
Hold on. Have you ever been to a speakeasy bar, Justin, where they had the guy with that shit on?
I helped open Tavern Law in 2009, and actually, fucking yes.
They did. When I think of a speakeasy.
Sure.
Aside from the fact that it's hidden, usually a lot of those places are small and intimate.
Yes. Yeah.
So not a lot of people are going in at the same time. And that's a small place like that. And from what I understand, do they have the thing going on there where it's kind of like you go in there and you're like some of them don't even have a menu, and you're like, what kind of? And you ask the customer like, what's your flavor profile?
And I fucking hate that. And we do have a menu. It's an awesome menu, but I think there's a misconception, like as you're bringing with speakeasies, where. Yeah, you go in, you tell me the flavors, or you'll craft me something. And I'm like, I fucking hate you. I'm so fucking busy right now, and now we're dealing with your special drink,
Yeah.
There is a cocktail menu. It's a fantastic cocktail menu, but we do also offer, the you call it, and base spirit, what you like, something spirit forward, citrus, bitter, sweet, whatever it might be. There is a lot of that. I actually do tons of those on Friday nights, and that's perfectly fine.
Are you doing any tropical there?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. So on top of the menu, and there are two of my cocktails on the menu right now. The Second Avenue Sling, which is a kind of a down the beachcomber riff on the Singapore Sling, an early 1930s version, and then
Don Beach had a Singapore Sling?
Yeah. So in early 1930s, he had a rendition of it that I kind of mashed together, and it's essentially it's citrus. Gin.
Yeah, I was going to say gin.
Yes, it is a gin-based cocktail.
Cherry herring?
Cherry herring, yes,
okay.
and Benedictine. That's my take. I prefer that version of the Singapore Sling. There's stuff going on, there's complexities, but it's actually really easy to drink.
Yeah.
My Cape Town cooler, it's being called...
Oh, you brought the Cape Town cooler.
Fuck yeah. It's being called the Belltown cooler just because they like to have themes in the menu, but if you had the Cape Town cooler, that's on the menu as well.
Yeah.
On top of the menu, every week, I usually promote through Instagram. I'm not sure if you've really seen it or not, but every Friday it's usually 3 cocktails, just any of my classics.
Yes.
And I'll typically bring any kind of supplies I need to do those. So if you come in just for Tiki, there's guaranteed at least 3 that I can do for you any Friday.
And for the record, Justin is in the book Minimalist Tiki.
That's correct.
The Matt Petrick book, and a bunch of your cocktails are in there. And even how to make the syrups to make some of those drinks.
You know I'm working on another book, right?
Are you?
Have I not told you this?
No. They're making a book, or you're making a book?
I'm partnering with them. It's going to be a Wonk Press book. It's 50 original cocktails. I should have told you this before we started filming.
No, this is the perfect time to tell you. Yeah.
So I contacted Matt and Carrie, and I've actually been doing content for it. 50 original cocktails. I have 50 cocktails after all these years.
Yeah.
And all of them, I'd say, are worthy of being in a book. They're solid.
You're up to 50
I have
now?
50 fucking cocktails, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So, funny backstory, and maybe you can remember the Dilla Room days. A lot of these recipes I kept scribbled on paper constantly, which was a terrible thing to do.
Yeah.
And of the 50, I went back through like Instagram and trying to what are these cocktails, and of the 50, about 12 of them I couldn't find a fucking written recipe for. So, for anyone who's gone back in my Instagram, you'll look at some of these descriptions of these cocktails from like 2017, 2016, and you read the descriptions, they're intentionally vague, and it's like I was setting myself up to get fucked with like 8 years later by myself. I'm looking at this cocktail, like, what is this, like East Indian spices?
A pinch of this. A dash.
Bartender's rum blend. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Or even just like the bottles are just like, I'm seeing, I'm like, okay, so these are all included in this photo, so I use these.
You're like reading the thing, turning it upside down.
It's been fucking terrible. But the one cool thing about Bathtub Gin, with having 3, with the freedom, I should say, that she allows me to have, I've been able to rework them to where I taste it, I'm like, that's fucking close enough. If it's not exact, it's so close that it's perfect as it is.
And it's a book just with you.
It's just me. Shit. It's just me. It's 50 cocktails. We're going back and forth on would it be illustrations or photography. We're just going to do photography. I still need to do like a forward, table of contents. I want to talk about like ice and the ways that I use ice and how important that could be. Various syrups I make. That's all going to be in there, and kind of in the same realm of Minimalist Tiki. I'm trying to make it so that people that are just home bartenders, people who have done this professionally, can read and understand it with ingredients that are easy to source. You open the book and you're going to be okay. You can make a cocktail.
Did they come to you or did you come to them?
I contacted them. Yeah. Just saying, hey, I'm kind of wanting to do a book. What do you think about it? And we've had a couple of conversations since then. Matt and Carrie are great people, that. And I am about to send them a whole bunch of information that I've all the content and recipes and stuff. And we're working. I'm hoping.
No, this is great news, and I'm pleasantly surprised.
I didn't tell you.
No.
That's the next. The Tiki mug was one big project, which we could probably talk about for a while. All the people I contacted over the years that were just not helping me.
We'll get to the mug. But so, do you have a name for this book that's going to be called?
I don't know yet. I have no idea. I'm not quite sure. I kind of imagine a book, like a leather-bound, like hardcover book.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's titled at the moment. I'll figure it out.
But it's not going to be called Golden Era Tropicals?
I feel there needs to be a play off of that. Some play off that word or, something along those lines. Incorporate it somehow into the title. Yeah. But that's...
Because Golden Era Tropicals, I know you as Justin, but obviously you are Golden Era Tropicals. How did that persona start, or how did that come to be, or what is that?
I just thought it was a cool name. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think just using my full name was not inappropriate. It's that, it's in the age of like social media pages and just trying to draw attention to it. It had a catchy ring to it, I thought. Yeah. And I started going by that essentially on the internet anyway for the cocktail page, and it just kind of stuck. And after about, almost 10 years, I'm like, well, let's go ahead and start branding stuff. And that was the Golden Era Tropicals Tiki mug.
I remember originally you were going to make glasses, and Tony Canepa was going to do the artwork.
That's right.
And it was like pictures of you.
I
really wish that those glasses got made.
I mean, that artwork is bought and paid for. I mean, it would be a matter of just contacting.
Did you, now, does it say Golden Era Tropicals on those? I forget. Or was it just like... Justin.
It might have been, it wasn't my name for sure. It might have been Golden Era Tropicals, actually. It might have been. I think it might have been. I have to go back with the emails to Tony.
Yeah.
That exists. The vector work is there. I don't know if I want to.
It's killer.
It's very cool. Those projects are very expensive, and it's one of those things.
You already have the glasses made, but I'll tell you what, it's not too big of a deal to get the glasses made once you have the artwork. The artwork is the main thing.
Finding, and that's actually a nice segue to the Tiki mug, but yeah, actually finding someone to do artwork to make the production mold for a mug. I mean, these are the things that are actually the kind of make or break.
You did make a glass.
I did.
And this isn't the one with Justin on it, but this is the glass that you did. And so how did this come about?
That, I have the artwork, the 3 palm trees that I've been using forever now, and I had the vector artwork for that. And I forget, I contacted someone about that sort of gilded sort of this pattern, and it's actually pretty cool. I do like it. I think it's a great Mai Tai glass. Yeah. Everyone has a Mai Tai glass. It's one of those things. This one was mine, and I thought it was pretty cool. I'm glad you still have one.
Yeah, of course. I'm going to throw it away.
I mean, maybe you would.
I'm not going to throw it away. I think what's kind of cool, and hopefully what may go on, is you get known as Golden Era Tropicals, and you're kind of like come into wherever you're going to be, and here's my program.
Yeah.
Which you kind of have. And we were talking off camera that you just started a new gig over in Mercer Island, which is like right over the bridge here, and it's more of a higher end neighborhood. So
Mercer Island, I would have never imagined going and bartending at. The place is called Asa Gathering. And it's literally right off of I-90. We're talking like a 20-minute or less drive from Seattle.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes from my house.
And it's...
Downtown for me is like 25.
Yeah, it's easier to get to this place, which is really... I didn't realize how easily accessible it was. And this is seemingly I'm there Tuesdays and Saturdays. Tuesdays going to be a solo shift, and I'm seemingly being given that sort of same power, like, so we know you like to do tropical, what do you need from us?
Oh god.
And if that's the case, I'm hoping for like a mini menu, maybe 5 to 6 cocktails every week. And I would really hope anyone that might be in Seattle that's considering going out on a Tuesday night,
I'll make it happen. I'll create an event or something like that.
It's really quiet and peaceful out there. It's actually pretty easy to get to. There's tons of parking, and
it's real chill over there. And
you don't have any of the issues you have in downtown. There's no bullshit for essentially. It's quiet and safe, and put it that way, I guess. I mean, it's nice. I like it.
That's the thing.
I'm optimistic.
Here's this mug that Justin brought to me personally.
That's right.
And I'm going to open this up, and then we're going to talk about the mug.
Nice.
I haven't seen it yet.
You're about to.
Here, I can.
Get rid of that. Oh! There it is. It's all over, Ray. They're coming to your house.
Here, you can use this box again. Let's see here. I mean, so the people that made this, they did all the boxing for
Yes. So the account is Motu Mikey, MOTUMIKY, but it's Michael and his wife Emily Gribben, and they're right near Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, which is sort of unexpected. They have a sort of a production facility in their garage of their home.
And they made the mug?
Yeah, yes, they did. They produced all the mugs. The sculpt was originally done by Sam Caldwell, Sam Tiki, and she's based out of Spokane. She does fantastic work. And
they did all the wrapping and everything for you?
Michael and Emily did, yes. Yes, they did.
So you didn't have to do...
I didn't do any of this.
Because
I've
I've sold a couple mugs myself, and I'll tell you what, this is time consuming, so they really got you going.
We went there to pick them up, and there were 50 boxes waiting for us, individual boxes just like this, which is... I didn't really expect that. I mean, they were basically ready for mailing at that point.
Holy shit.
It was, a pleasant surprise. There's your mug, Ray.
Oh my god.
It's really fucking well made.
Yeah, it is. It totally is.
Solid.
Yeah, low T. I got number 14.
Number 14?
Oh my god. So, what made you decide to do this? To make a mug?
Well, I'd been thinking of making a mug for probably as long as I've been doing tropical cocktails, which was, 2013 or 2014 I started. And I think the real push even back then was that it sort of legitimized what I was doing.
Yeah.
I wasn't just the guy doing tropical, but I was, I was very much into it. It was a tangible item that someone could hold that's sort of a physical representation of what I do.
So how many mugs did you get made?
50.
50?
It's a run of 50. There are going to be a couple of internet flakes. There are a handful extras. I don't know. I might try to move them. It's not so much that it's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm also not really in a hurry to get rid of the extras. But, one thing, just like the glassware and even like t-shirts I've made in the past, this was funded by people that, kind of cheesy, but believe in me. They're people that follow the account, follow me, come to see me at the bars, show support in that sense. And it was a pre-sale. Yeah. The cost of the sculpt, and this stuff is not cheap, No. The cost of the mugs themselves, the supplies, everything. I mean, it's a costly endeavor, especially for, I'm just a fucking guy, I'm a normal guy here. So being able to make a project this happen, it's great to have people that are willing to contribute to a pre-sale. Yeah. I've said it a few times, thanking, the public posts and whatnot. I'm just, thank you. Like, you made this happen. Yeah. Like, you guys absolutely made this happen.
So is there any left?
There's like a handful. There's like 4 or 5.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Absolutely.
And that's a hard 50, that's...
all right, so, and I if you post this and I end up getting just flooded, I have talked to Mike a little bit more, and there is a silicone mold, like a master mold that's been made. Yeah. I could potentially do another run.
Do a different
color, but I mean, I'm not so sure I'm gonna move another 50. Like, I don't may prove me wrong, everyone, please prove me wrong. But it's a similar situation, like what you're talking with your mugs, where it's like, and also you see how it's boxed up. I mean, that was an entire like car's load of mugs, and if I'm not moving them, where the fuck am I storing them? Essentially, it's one of those things where I would be worried about, A, the money, which is whatever, but then B, like, I'm just sitting on a whole bunch of, like, boxed up Tiki mugs. I'm not sure how popular I am. It's one of those, I don't...
Well, I guess we're finding out. But...
we'd find out, I guess. I mean, I could do another run in a different color if anyone wants to chime in with that,
Well, let's see what happens with these first.
Yeah.
And so, if anyone... So, you said there's literally just a handful left.
Yes.
If anyone does want to get one, first of all, how much is it, and how can they reach out to you to get one?
So if you're local, it's $85.
Okay.
If you want it shipped, if you're out of state, $100. That kind of covers shipping. I think it's a fair enough price for me.
Yeah.
Contact me directly, Golden Era Tropicals. That's the Instagram account. If I have any more for the Inside Passage pop-up in February, I will probably bring them there.
Yeah.
That might be a good opportunity to sell some as well. But when they're gone, they're gone. I mean, I have like a couple I'm holding on to, and that's it. It's it's my baby essentially.
The best way to get a hold of you is Golden Era Tropicals on Instagram.
Instagram, yes.
That is the best way. And I'll tell you what, Justin's really, really fast with getting back.
I am, yeah.
And
especially if you have money. If there's money involved, yes, I will. Very quick response.
Want to support the Tiki with Ray show and look cool doing it at the same time? Then head over to tikiwithray.com and buy yourself a Tiki with Ray shirt. They're only $20. Tony Canepa did the design, and they're screen printed in America.